Good morning. Today I want to show my mixtures that I have with the cactus flower, the pre-prepared cactus flower. Kind of show you how I brewed it, well, how I picked it, when I picked it, how I brewed it, how I agitated it, how long I kind of let it sit, and what it did, it came out to its own product. This is just one. This is just one. Okay, now this is 6 cups, and I got about 1 or 2 more like this there. One thing, and this is not infused with anything. This is just the prickly pear cactus oil. You can tell, you can just see the color. I like the color, but I believe that's because of the pollen, not just because of the flower itself. I believe it was the pollen inside that made it this orangey type color, and I like it. And it's still oily, because see, if you put just regular olive oil in it, it'll be green or clear, but nah, not this. This is pure cactus flower oil. Well, we got it upside down. Yeah, I'm gonna make better labels and all that stuff, but until then. But this is this is what I have. That's what I made up from. Maybe, I think one batch will get me about 3 to 4 cups, and then you know, each one, even with putting all those, you know, putting all the flowers in there and cramping them up in there, and just put a lot in there, made it crowded. Not exactly a little bit, then put a lot of oil in it, or put the oil in it, and then, you know, you can see stuff floating around these. They'll move a little bit. You can see them as they're boiling up and shaping, because really I go in and I just really agitate them, and it drawing stuff out of them, which softens them up. They get soft as a bell pepper. You know how when you cook, I don't know if I showed it. I don't know if I showed it. I think I just did it. I don't know if I took a picture of it or what. But it is just as soft as a bell pepper. And when I agitate it with the leaves, because the leaves are a little tough too, so they just don't rip, but they'll come off of the bud. And with it slimming up and the oil and it's putting stuff in, it did make it expand just a tad bit, because it was, you know, other additives from the flower itself was going into it, and that's what made it its color. So now I got pure cactus oil, cactus flower oil. That's what pollen and the cactus, what we say, the cactus ingredients inside, what makes the cactus a cactus, the true natural cactus, because I actually punch it. Even once I did it, when I showed you in the film, the film that I had the last time when I was making it, one of my first batches, matter of fact, I didn't show you how I would stab. Well, I didn't do it then, but my next batch, I said I'm starting to stab. So each one of them I did it then, before I even put oil in it. Then I put oil in it, and come to find out it's better just putting it in a pot. Okay, these are prickly pear cactus flowers and olive oil. These flowers are the ones I picked early in the day before they start blooming. So what I'm doing now is just puncturing them to get some of their goodness out of them. You know, there's a like aloe vera plant gooiness, like okra. Okay, see, like that. That stuff. That's good healing. It's good stuff right there. That's the insides. Plus, the flowers were full. These flowers were full of pollen. Yeah, that's what they was opening up for, and had the bees and everything to come for their pollen. So with me doing this is agitating the pollen too, because you can make a tea out of these flowers. But putting them in olive oil, and I'm agitating them, and then I'm gonna simmer for about 2 hours. We'll go from there. All right. Instead of putting it in a bottle, you'll see. Just put it in a pot or all that stuff. Can make the measurements in the pot, but I mean in the jar. Then put them in the pot, and I just start taking a little fork now and start just agitating it, which I show you in the film. So that got it more, but I really understood how I tend to have took the nutrients that I needed out of it as boiling it in a oil, because boiling the oil takes certain things out. Then a tincture would take other parts out because it's alcohol based, then one of those oil based, then water based. It would take those particular, from my understanding, it would take that out. So I know for hair care and salve, they said oil is good for that. And now in that oil, I have the what I need for a cactus. Now I took a piece of my aloe vera plant here, which I'm gonna grow some more. And I take like a little arm, not too much, but just a little bit, and cut up. That's enough, because it only needs so many grams of. I only put so many grams of things inside my salve. So here it is. Like I said, the house is under construction. It'll get better as time go along, but it's old country. I like it. I love it. But these are the ingredients that I put with my cactus oil. And all these ingredients I have looked up and saw what vitamins that the skin gets. I targeted the skin. The skin, period. The biggest organ on your body. I targeted that, and I wanted to be specific on the salves, or not. With just salves, not so many other things. Right now, I want you all to trust in the products that I give, or the products that I make, and letting you know, that all these products come from the land that we have here, our family land. Only thing I bought in is the kombu butter and the red palm oil, and that's from Africa. What's that? Guyana oil. But I got the product here, so you'll see everything is all natural. Everything is from the land here. So these, like I said, these are the additives that I put in to help the body heal and do the things for itself. To age. Let me take this off. Excuse me, y'all. I want to get it to where I can get a better shot of the products of the stars. Do want my head in it too, so I'm explaining it. Okay, there we go. So, here we go. Of course, I keep it written down. You got a lot of A lot of things in here of carpentry. I ain't gonna get on that anyway. And that the only importance is that you keep record. So what this is, I'm going to show you now the salve that I've made, at least for myself. And if you like a sample, just let me know in the comments. But I'm also explaining to you what it is, what it does for your body. And I see I don't have light from that way. So let's get into it. Of course, we know the oil. This is going to be the main thing. This is I want to take these additives and put them and put the oil with it. Of course, I'm explaining everything, and then boil them, infuse them together, and have a salve. Put it in the refrigerator. Let it. I'm gonna show you how it consists of. You know how it gels up. And I think because of this red palm oil, that it gels up like that. So let's keep going. First one I'm gonna do, of course, the cactus. Cactus with pollen. First one, chickweed. This is found during the early spring, late winter. This is chickweed, and it's just found around your house. I know right now I had to actually get a good picture before what you see out in the garden, but this is what I have in it. This has all types of vitamins in it. Chickweed is very good for you. It helps heals wounds, dermatitis. Helps soothe and moisturize dry skin, cracked skin, helps fight inflammation, boils, rashes, acne, mosquito bites, swelling due to different infections. Also, it contains vitamin C, zinc, D, A, iron, and zinc. Oh, zinc. Did I have zinc in there twice? I have zinc in there twice. Huh. Okay, gonna cross out. But at least it has those vitamins in this, which I know vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D is good. D is with the sun. At least you just gotta add it. Okay? Check it out. Go again. I put about a 0.15 ounce chickweed in. Usnea. Usnea old man's beard. I put about 0.115 ounces in here. And Usnea, oh man, the Usnea is old man's beard. What Usnea is it is it's a fungus and a man, I should have all this together, shouldn't I? I should know it. But it's a city amongst itself. You'll see this growing out in the on your trees and stuff like that, and it's good and dry. Algae and fungus, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, it's called. It's not moss. This is not moss. It's different from moss. This takes a long time for it to grow, and it sticks to different trees and everything. And what it is what they call the lungs of the forest. It filters as like going stuff flying through the air. You got this old man's beard that will filter it in these trees. You don't want to get it from somewhere like in the cities where with dumpsters or chemicals or anything like that, because it's going to filter that. So that's whatever in that air. So where we're at is country. We don't have any of those industrial things that are around. So this is good natural herb that is filtered with pure air, much pure air. So that Usnea itself, well, let's see what what I've got here with Uznia. Uznia, that's right. I don't think I have this one down. Yes, I do. I should have Uznia. It's Uznia as always. Okay. It's antibacterial, antimicrobial. It sucks the redness, or it sucks the inflammation from whatever is ailing the skin, on that skin, and inside. You can take it as a tea now. This is also edible. Chickweed is edible, so that's oozing. Okay. Old man's beard. Let's say the next one. Goldenrod. I heard of goldenrod when I was a kid. Never knew exactly what it was, because I think of golden seal too also. But this is goldenrod. It one thing about goldenrod is universal. It's been used in medicine for centuries. Goldenrod is still used, because if you look at some of the ingredients that you find in your medicines and aspirins and all that stuff, you'll find goldenrod in it. I've seen it. Especially they used to do it a lot back in the day. Today they kind of processing a lot of different things and putting chemicals together, but goldenrod was very natural. And let me put this on. That's a big one. That's a half-gallon jar that I'm trying to lug around. But let's see that with goldenrod. Goldenrod. One thing I've learned with my studies is that a lot of things that I have on the land deals with burns, cuts, wound, and skin irritations. That's just the simple thing about goldenrod for the external on the outside, which will sink into your pores and get into your bloodstream, which helps. But it does burns, wounds, and skin irritations. Skin irritations, you know, like this. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't say it. This should have been the first thing I talked about, is that, yeah, I'm letting things grow, letting all this grow out, because I want to see with these ingredients that I have that I'm putting in. Some of they do say heals wounds and skin irritation. Skin irritation is black man's hair growing and it itches. I haven't really been itching like I was. Let us move on. And I put 0.11 ounce in this of goldenrod into it. Coxcomb. Coxcomb, I found coxcomb last year. Didn't know what it was. Pretty flower, pretty bloom. It was real nice. But and most of these things come in the springtime. And as you can see, that's coxcomb, dried coxcomb. Nice color to it, but it's very you want to smell like corn? No, corn feed. If you're a country person, you know, you go open a bag of seed of corn and smell it. That's what this smells like. And I put like most. I'm gonna go ahead and say most of these are 0.11 or 0.15, but 115. You know, very little ounces, almost like pinches in it. But it's enough for. You got a gallon, and really these particular things are working on top of each other. It might be taking care of a specific thing. Because let's go here to, yeah, I don't have my glasses either. Let's go here to coxcomb flower. Coxcomb flower. Of course, it helps with the healing process, but it helps stops bleeding. It's an antioxidant, antiviral, and anti-contraceptive, or a pain reliever. So even though it's closely similar to what chickweed or oozia or goldenrod, it adds another flavor to it by stopping the bleeding. You get cut, wipe it on it. It stops the bleeding, and if you got a cut and it got pain, it will help relieve that pain, you know. And then actually covers it and starts the healing process sooner. So that's what cop's cone flower. That's that. One of my favorites. One of my favorites, and everybody has it in their yard. I done seen it ever since I was a little boy, and that's white clovers. White clovers that be sitting out in your front lawn. So they're still doing it now. I think they're one of the last things last things of spring that still springs and lasts for a little while. But that's white clover. White clover, I started mixing it into a tea with that and henbit, the purple flower henbit that grows up out here. It's beautiful flower. And then I started getting the crimson clovers, which are burgundy ones. And I'm gonna start showing pictures and stuff of it. I ought to put that on it and show you what they look like. Which I do have them. I'll probably put them on here some kind of way. And clovers, what I did with that tea, I put it in with my coffee and I drank it every morning. Most of the things most of herbs and most supplements, you need to at least give it 6 to 8 weeks of continually trying and getting it into your bloodstream and your body. And that's what I did. I wasn't doing it just for that, but I like coffee. Put that in there. I used to put the whey products and stuff like that when working out or something, but I started doing that and I had gout. I had gout before I started taking the clovers, and I never got gout again. And I didn't need to knock on wood. Lord told me what to do, and it's been almost 2 years now. And I used to get it at certain times. I used to feel it when it comes on, and I know what I would eat that could bring it on more. I'll tell you one time, and it comes in at night, and I'll start feeling it at one time, and I was like, oh man. And I saw my knee swell at one time. I still could walk on it. Within a day or two, I'm gone. I used to take my. I'm gonna get on something. I don't need to get on it. So, on the healing products or the healing things that have done for me. That's white clover. White clover. Let's see. Don't have some. It definitely have other benefits. Okay, relieves joint pain, of course, and rheumatoid arthritis, which I can vouch for that because gout is arthritis, basically. Can be used to help heal sores, burns, external wounds, ulcers. Used for various skin conditions like eczema, gout, arthritis. That's white clover. So it might not add a vitamin, but that helps with joint into your. You know what I'm talking about, in the joints. Okay. We're gonna move on. China rose, which is kind of fickle to me because you can get China rose. These roses are something that grows somewhere everywhere I've seen. Everywhere. And these are dry. They're pretty too. I like them. No, they don't just smell like roses, but they don't smell awful either. They're not real green, but there's a lot of benefits to them. White roses, okay. China roses. We also grow Carolina roses, which I like. They're kind of like violet, like with that purple, orange, bluish, pink. I don't know. Well, pretty. I got them. I'll show you a picture. But I like this, and I got those. I got the China in the honeysuckle, which is pretty. I'm rambling. Anyway, let's see what that does for me. rose petals, anti anti-inflammatory, anti-inflammatory. That says a lot, because a lot of things that happen in your gut, or a lot of things that you eat, causes inflammation of the joints because of the stuff that's in it. And what you want to do is have something to get those. Anti-inflammatory is like a ibuprofen or an aspirin. That's brings down the soreness. Okay, another thing that it does that caught my eye, because anti-inflammatory, that goes to a couple of things that I already have in here, but what it also says, it removes excess oils, tighten pores, clears acne, clears acne causing bacteria. Well, come to think about it, I really don't get too many pimples. Oh, I never really did. Anyway, that's why I never really thought about it. But pimples are things that are in the skin. I think excess oil, if I'm not mistaken, that's what acne is. So that's another thing that it actually does. And it's a pretty flower. And it's plentiful. You know, you can find it anywhere just about. So that's, I got that in there. Also, next is my oils. And what I what I know I did next is, well, I forgot one. I did talk about the honeysuckle. Japanese honeysuckle. But see, I got red roses in there, Chinese roses in there, and Carolina rose, which I was trying to find, but I can't, because all I see is probably forget about honeysuckle though. Japanese honeysuckle, the ones that you see grow on trees and they got that nice smell, they're gone now. They bloom around this time, which they bloom just about all of April. After that, that's it. So I try to gather as many as I can. Nice smell, nice woodsy smell. I got a lot of this also for potpourri. I'm making potpourri with this also, but the honeysuckle itself has healing properties in it and makes it look good. I put a fourth cup in it, 1/4 cup. So I probably dipped a cup of it out of it, and I guess the rose petals and everything are the same, because I don't know if I wrote anything on the Japanese honeysuckle. Yeah, I don't remember putting anything for the honeysuckle. That's something I need to write down then, and see what it actually offers. I put it in there for a reason. Anyhow, I know the rose petals itself does it. Okay, now the next one is coconut oil and red palm oil. Them are the oils that I actually put in. Coconut. That's what I put in. I just put 2.80 ounces, 2.80 or 2.88, excuse me, ounces in it. Because one thing about coconut oil, it does solidify and hard. It does get hard, and I don't want it. I want to be able to manipulate it how I want to, and I've learned that too much coconut oil, it ain't gonna be good. Well, it ain't gonna be good for me, not for what I want. Second one. Oh, wait. Well, we all know what coconut oil does. It's just good for the skin. It helps moisturize, cracked skin, different things like that. Then I got this. This is new, really. This is the first time I actually started messing with red palm oil. Red palm, we have, what is this? BarcaSheaButter.com. Yeah. They say he's from African ladies who pick them in their village. You know, I guess how they trying to promote it is saying that these ladies are in their village and this is the way that they generate money, which I've seen it before in a lot of places in different countries. Glad to buy something like that, as long as it's right, as long as it's real. And they sent me a little card and all that stuff, so I continue to buy from them. I bought the kombu butter. It's my second time buying from them the kombu butter. I thought somebody buying me there from Africa there. Some from Baraka. I saying that right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway. Yeah. That is for my muscle relaxer. I'm throw a tape on that and show the ingredients that I put in there for that. But really, we're gonna go to that. We're gonna stick a pin in that. We're gonna stick a pin through my joint reliever and just keep talking about what this does and what I have in here, because I ramble. But this is red palm oil. This is what it looks like. And trust me, I did not put any in that oil at all. It just, so that's where it goes. But when I do, it turns it darker, and I'm going to show you. But red palm oil moisturizes with the skin and does. Red palm oil you can cook with, just like olive oil, coconut oil, red palm oil. You can cook with it. Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah, you can cook with it also. And they say that's one of the best oils to cook with, to eat. They say even have a teaspoon in the morning, help with your heart, help with aging, help keep your skin, the collagen tight. You know, red palm oil, they say there's some good stuff. So I'm going to get more of it, because one thing that it does in my salve is that it helps it to gel up. And we're going to get right into that. And the red palm oil, how much I put in it? I put in a 1/4 cup. I had made this, because this is my second batch here. I had made a batch before, a smaller batch, and I think I put too much oil in it. I don't think I needed that much red palm oil in it. So I cut back, and for this big gallon, about 1/4 is good. I'll take about 1/4. I probably could even cut back a little bit more on that, but this palm oil goes a long way, and I'm liking how it gels everything. So just put it back, so you know that's what I do. Those are my ingredients. These are my ingredients. That's what I add into my infusion, my oil, and these are all my infusions that I infuse it with, and have them measured out. In the end, voila. That is the infused product. That is infused with all my infusions that I had out here. That's the prickly pear. That's the prickly pear with infusion. Yeah. So what I did with that is I took a sample and I put it in the refrigerator. Well, really, I put it in the freezer because I wanted to calm down and solidify and see what it's going to do. Is it just going to harden up? Is it not going to harden up? You know, what is it going to do? So what happened was it did harden, but I took it out the freezer, put it in the refrigerator, and let it sit. It gelled up. I'm starting to find out each refrigerator, boy, everybody's temperature is not the same in each refrigerator. But this was the result. This was a result of that, right? And it's not real runny. Like hair gel. I think my mom set it on the spot. Like hair gel, but soon as it touches skin, it starts melting. It's not gritty or sandy. Matter of fact, it's just smooth. And that's what it looks like on you. It got that orange haze on it, but you know you don't see it on your skin or anything. Yeah, but man, it smells good to me. Well, I wish I had something cracked or cracked skin. There's even a little, my lips cracked. Yeah. Don't be thinking nothing. This is my product that I'm putting on my legs. I ain't putting nothing else on my legs. No, I ain't doing that. There you go. These ain't cracked. Yeah. Okay. You know, I've been using olive oil for years already, and now that I have found it, well, once I use olive oil, I started going to mixing it with coconut oil, and then I jump and put in an aloe vera plant. So those particular things I've been doing for years already. So that's already something that's been happening to protect my skin. But now, these other things, be having cracked and wounds and stuff. But I do get cut, I do get hurt, and I have not video of it, but I have pictures. And I don't know if I got other people with their pictures of it, but their testimonies. But anyway, I think it's a good product, and like I said, it gels. It gels up. You know, I mean, just like hair gel. I'm sorry to keep getting into that, but it just interests me that I did that to make something that's, I think, is a pretty good product, and how it gels up pretty good. Or I can keep it, you know, if you keep it out, because I keep this in the refrigerator, but if I keep it out, I'm going to put it in like a spray bottle or one of those little pumps to where you can just pump it. I was told also to get like droplets where you can drop it on your skin and people rub it. You know, it can be offered any kind of way, but at least the product is there. See how long I just had it out for that little bit, but really in mine, and with the little refrigerator that I had that I used to have in my truck, I used to be driving across the road, I guess the temperature is higher or cooler, so it would have been a little harder than this, or a little jellier than this. Before I started filming, I took it out and put it in this refrigerator, the house refrigerator, but I guess the temperature is not as high, or I had to check it. Anywho, what I also did with this, I infused it with geranium infused oil and tangerine. I like it. I like the smell. And really, I let a person test it one time, and I thought the smell was, you could just smell it straight out. But when you open it up and you smell it, all you smell is just oil. Ooh, now you got that close. You could almost drink this. I'm telling you, it's oil. That's all it is. You can cook with it. I know you can. Every ingredient in here is edible, also, but it does so good for your body. The Lord don't change. When He made the earth, He made it and said it was good, and He gave it to man to till and to work it. That's a law that He did not change. Certain laws, He don't change His laws. The sun is going to come up. It's going to be another day until He comes. Those certain things about nature is not going to change. So why would it just all of a sudden this stuff just change unless man put it in there and made his own stuff? And then what they did is market this stuff to make money until you keep cutting your lawn because a dandelion's a weed. It ain't. Clover's a weed. It ain't. But that pharmacy with all them chemicals that include that same thing that's in there is, sorry, I'm getting on attention. But I like this. I guess where I'm going is that it's to tell you the ingredients that are in here are all natural, and that I would like for you to give it a try. I got a couple samples. Just let me know. Most of the people that are on this channel know who I am and how to get in touch, or to DM me or something like that to see how I feel. One other thing with this is that I ought to do a video on, I'll do a video on my muscle relaxer, because that's good stuff too also. Oh man, really, instead of this, what I would do is just put my muscle relaxer product on that, because it got peppermint, menthol crystals, frankincense tears, different things in it that when you put it on, you can, when you open it up, you can smell the menthol, eucalyptus in there, lemon, and as soon as you put it on, you can start moving around. I know I just look like an old person doing something like that, but hey, I'm older, and it's needed. And it's not even for old people, young people. You're doing sports, you're running, you're doing all kinds of stuff, man. And sometimes you get stiff. You sit down too long, you get stiff. Truck drivers do, and put it on their back. So I'm gonna give a video of that. Might as well give one today. That'll be next, or the next thing that I do, so I can have that. And I think I have the ingredients down too, and the meaning of it, and the definition. All of these things you can look up on YouTube. Yeah, you could look on YouTube. You could go to Google and Google all this stuff. This is I can't say it, but right now I guess my tongue is tied. But yeah. All this stuff is right here on our land, on our family land, on the land that we have. We got some acres, and I don't even have to go out there in the field. I haven't even tried the trees yet. Yeah, there's some nice trees out here. They're very, very medicinal. Yeah, everything out here is. And it's going to come to that point. You don't know what man's going to bring. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. Anywho, I hope that's good. If there's something else, I know I need like I said, a microphone to talk up a little bit, because I listened to some of my stuff, look back on it, and I can barely hear myself. I really don't want to talk so loud either. So until next time, let me know what's up. Let me know if you get it. Let me know if you like it. If you want a sample, let me know. Get it out to you. But until then, at least you know God's never changed. Use His stuff. He giving it right there for you. You know, it grows up every day. Just if you don't want to learn it, I'll do it for you. Thanks.